Okay, first round. Oh, nice. Oh, opponent's a nice guy. And we have a really sweet opener here. All threes, all our colors. Just beautiful. If he goes for some, ridiculous all-in early play with a, with some, right, the tournament I was playing before that I just got annihilated in, to be honest. Alright, so no pressure. I like that part so far. Hey, we even get to cast a land this turn. Alright, so if he doesn't do anything here, then we can decide if we want to Rakdos Drake him, or if we want to just keep our mana moving along with Cluestone and then Pilfered Plans and kind of curve out. Well, that's what he's going to do. I'm just actually going to Rakdos Drake here, though. I kind of like presenting him a threat here that he's got to deal with at some point. And if he can't right away, it'll get in for 2, 4, maybe 6 damage while we set up for a devastating Cyclonic Rift down the road here. Let's see what he comes up with, though. Hopefully not like a Mind Eye Drake. Ooh, Elocutors. That's pretty good, but we have a good answer for it. And we have another good answer for it as well. So we're in a pretty good position against an Elocutors, relatively speaking. I mean, it's still a 3/5. Oh! Oh, I thought I clicked wrong. Thrashing Moss Dog. Yeah, I think I like Thrashing Moss Dog here. Because that's going to keep him from attacking with this. If he wants to attack, then he has to deal with this on the backswing. And it also sets up a sweet next turn where we can go Cluestone, Pilfered Plans. And try to keep the momentum going forward as far as hitting an overloaded Cyclonic Rift. It gives us the option to cash in that Cluestone the turn after if something bad happens. Gives us enough mana to scavenge Moss Dog if it bites the dust here at some point. Just gives us a lot of options. We don't have a ton of forward momentum going right now. This card's very annoying. But we have some, and that's all you really need. Right, he Pilfered Plans away 2 swamps, so really couldn't be better for us. It's also just did nothing this turn. Hopefully we get to Deadbridge Chant too. That would be sweet. Yeah, you want to trade 3 for 5? Okay with it. I accept it. Ah, Runner's Bane. Okay. So looks like he's setting up for the Elocutor's plan. We have a good game plan against that, so I'm not super worried about it. So let's play a Cluestone. All right, and more draws, and now we get to do this. Yeah, so things are looking quite good for us here. Don't have any attacks, and the Transguild Promenade, though, even opens up the burn side of Turn and Burn, so that's excellent for us, too. Can't quite do both next turn, but we're getting there. Hopefully he gives us a target for burn. Sure, we can just turn and burn this, but if we attack with our Moss Dog, he's going to block. And we can just turn it and kill it. And then if he gives us something else to hit, then we'd be pretty happy. I have no idea how this works. I mean, I can make some assumptions, but I'm not 100% sure on it. And we're not really in a position where going for Cyclonic Rift here makes a ton of sense. Could just run out the Bane Alley Broker here. He can pump his shade once, twice, 3 times right now, bringing it up to 6, but then he would have to attack, and I don't think he really wants to do that. I could also just pass the turn, but yeah, I think I've got a little bit of a window here, and just running out Bane Alley Broker is probably fine. I don't want to attack him here quite yet. Okay, Higher Torturer is fine. I don't think he's going to bother attacking here since he played a pre-combat Torturer. So that's fine too. Alright, so let's start looting and start getting through our deck and get to our good stuff here. That is not the good stuff. Probably going to have to just rift him coming up soon. But in the meantime, let's cash in this Clue Stone. Yeah, and that's kind of why we need to start digging through our deck here, because he's going to have 4 counters on it here, and then we're going to need to untap and be able to just get him with Cyclonic Rift. Yep. Probably just go for a... Hopefully he attacks with his Shadow here, because then I can try to get him, but... Probably just going to go for turn burn on this thing on end step here. Vassal Soul. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll have 7. I'll have 8, I mean. Yeah, this is risky business. I really just want to Cyclonic Rift him, but if he counters a Cyclonic Rift, then I just lose the game. And that seems kind of sketchy. So I think I'm okay just going longer game here than that, and just 2 for 1-ing him here. Or not 2 for 1-ing him, but just 1 for 1-ing him. Because if he counters this, then I can untap and rift him, and he won't win off of Elocutors, and he'll be pretty far behind, as I'm going to essentially be drawing 2 cards a turn, especially since I've got 3 lands in hand. All right, so that works. So he doesn't have a counter. But I'm glad I have this Bane Alley Broker, because we are drawing a lot of lands right now. Jeez. Just a ton of them. Yeah, we don't really have much going here, so I'm just going to ship the turn back to him. The good news for us is that we're just under no pressure, as he hasn't been attacking with that Perilous Shadow. Hopefully we don't show him the Rift. All right, he knows we have a swamp. Showing him the Rift, is bad. I mean, right now he has some incentive to just keep dumping stuff on the board, because as long as I have Bane Alley Broker going, he's in a position where he knows he's going to be falling behind, because I'm just going to be drawing more cards than him. So I think he's just going to start bashing with his Shadow now. So this gives me the opportunity, if I want, to block with the Moss Dog, make him use up a bunch of mana, and then scavenge onto this guy and start hitting, because once it gets higher than 3, that thing's just going to fall right off anyway. Although it also just opens up me attacking, but I think I'm going to do that. It gives me something to do with my mana next turn too, if in case I don't draw anything. Although it's starting to get unlikely. We've drawn 5 lands in a row or whatever. So, all right, Magic Online. There we go. Maybe we'll hit our Corpse Jack Menace and just go off with Moss Dog. Why would he do that? I mean, I'm happy he's doing this because I just get to sack my Drake anyway. I mean, sure, the Moss Dog on it was going to undo that, but this now the Moss Dog's going to be good no matter what it goes on. So I get to sack a not real creature, and he has to sack a real creature. I guess it does leave him with his Slum Reaper though, so I can see that. All right, see what we draw first. All right, a Flux Mage. I'm going to discard a Forest. And we can start building up an actual board state here. Now we're basically just grinding, trying to hit to our Deadbridge Chant or just something bigger than what he's got. Cyclonic Rift, of course, still a possibility here as well. Yeah, I'm not going to block this time. He can hit us for 2, 4, 6 damage if he wants. He has to use up basically all of his mana. He may as well, if he doesn't have anything else, he may as well just leave mana up for this thing because, I can't interact, and he gets to see a card. It looks like that's what he's doing. Grind. Basilica Guards. Okay. No problem. Xanakev Locust. That will get this thing going as well. So that's nice. Let's draw a card though. There's our Deadbridge Chant. Put this under there. I think we just do this. It puts us to 4 cards in our library, right? It mills us for 4, or for 10, I mean. So we wouldn't be able to use Bane Alley Broker. We actually might have a hard time finishing the game in that time frame. So Deadbridge Chant might just be a dead one here, which is very disappointing. What can we get back with it? Well, we can get back a lot of stuff that can win us the game, though. I wonder if we just do it. We have 4 full turns. No, we don't even have that because we're going to be drawing a card too. So yeah, we just can't use it. Unfortunately, we did too good of a job of going through our deck, and now our Deadbridge Chant is just dead, which is like very awkward but funny. So yeah, I think we just go for the Locust here. That's going to get an Evolve trigger here. So we're just going to loot this thing away basically next turn. All right, this guy's a nice dude. He's chatting. So none of my guys can currently attack. Actually, this one can. Yeah, let's battle. Right? He can get right through. Still just setting up the big Cyclonic Rift turn. I just want to try to have as much power out as possible. And I think 9 seems like a fair number. He might want to trade here. Probably going to spend next turn scavenging. Yeah, that's fine. No? All right, well, that's definitely fine. I mean, he does get to hit me, but it shouldn't be for lethal. I don't think the thing does anything. Yeah, I'm just going to say go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess it is pretty close. I might have to block. Oh, no, this... Yeah, he can actually do both anyway. Haunter of Nightvale. Okay. And he can hit me for 4 if he wants. Yeah, it's a fine turn as well. I am just going to pop Cyclonic Rift here, though, and that's going to hit him for a big hit and force him to replay a whole bunch of stuff. Give me for 8. I could just trade this. He's only attacking with that, so I'm only taking 4 here no matter what. Yeah, that's fine. All right, there's a Maze Glider. Does give our -1/3 Bane Alley Broker flying, heyo, which is not very good. Yeah, let's keep plowing through the deck here. Corpsejack Menace. Where have you been all my life? By the way, that's the first non-land that we've put under that, so that guy's put in a ton of work this game. Corpsejack Menace is awesome in this position because, yeah, he's just super good here. So let's do that. Corpsejack Menace. Does this resolve? This thing's going to get evolved up forever thanks to that, thanks to this guy. So, let's see, this thing can get to huge toughness. So, yeah, I just attack with the Locust. And then I ship a couple of counters over. That doesn't put me to lethal, right? Maybe it does. So if I put the counters, it's going to double them, so he's going to take 4. But then he's going to hit me for 2, so I'm at 8. I have to block this thing, which I'll block with this. I have blocks here, and then I have blocks here. Yeah, so I actually don't do it. I just attack for 2. Go ahead. Yes, that happens. Hopefully he sees Maze Glider. Nope, he does not. But his attacks here are pretty awful. Anytime Evolve triggers, it's 2 counters. Anytime I throw counters around, right? Anytime. Yeah. All right, so let's see what he has for attacks here. I have to block Perilous Shadow. But then I get to untap and kill him or come very close to it. All right, so he goes 2, 4. I can make him use up all 3 if I block with Slaughterhorn. That way he doesn't have this activation sitting there and he uses up a ton of mana. Yep. Make this guy a 5/5. So now he's got to use another one, leaving him with just a few mana left. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 mana left over. So not ideal, but it's not too bad either. I can draw a card here if I want, though I think I'm just rifting this turn either way and hitting him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's see if it resolves. It does. This is 6, so I can't do anything there. Battle mode. And say go. So he's got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. He's got 9 mana, so he can play back like the Shade and the Haunter or something. But his options here aren't great. Starts off with a Guild Gate. If he taps out, though, he's dead. Because if I scavenge this guy onto our flyer, it's going to double the counter, so it'll be 6 counters, making him 8 power. If he taps out for the Haunter. Hopefully he doesn't have... Alright, there's Haunter, so there's a start. Is he going to leave up the other 4 mana? That's the question. If he doesn't, he's in a very bad position. But he can at least bluff something so that I can't move in. If he taps out here, though, yeah, he's just dead. All right, but let's be diligent. Abrupt Decay doesn't hit anything right now. Probably rather have it in my hand than Maze Glider, though. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting mossy. Corpse Check Menace is awesome, by the way. In Bug, just so many cool things you can do. All right. He says he forgot about the Flux Mage ability when he blocked with his Basilica Guard. So that was fortunate for me that happened that way. Do we want to change anything here? Our deck was so good at grinding through that it made Deadbridge chant dead, which is kind of funny. Normally you just do it, you're gonna get there. But I wonder if a Fairy Imposter is appropriate here, as we've got a situation where we've seen Runner's Bane from him, and our flyers were all very good versus him. I think I might want it. Paralyzing Grasp probably loses a fair bit of value because we've seen that he's got a Slum Reaper. All right, I think we've got to keep here. Oh, did he let us go on the play? Oh, he did. He almost got me. I was just F6'd. But it looks like we're on the play, so that's nice. I like this hand a lot. We start off with Rakdos Drake, start beating down. It's land heavy, but Bane Alley Broker is really good. And yeah, we just go to town on the dude. Still going to run out the Rakdos Drake here over the Slaughterhorn. We can use it as a removal spell if we need to. And even though it's tempting to put 1 more power down this early, a lot of the cards that we saw that he's got can block ground creatures really well, but not flyers. So I think I like that play. Key Rune, sure. Balustrade Spy seems like a totally sweet follow-up play. It's going to get things moving forward as far as us getting momentum on the damage race here while he's doing, whoa, Key Rune stuff. That was a big hit. Man, I wonder what his land situation is like in hand. If he's got like 4 lands in hand, he's got to be just bummed out about seeing all these sweet spells go away. So he's got a Void Wielder and a Syndic, and we got rid of the Elocutors, which really is an issue. Same with Perilous Shadow. Yeah, he said one heck of a mill. It was indeed. I mean, not that really matters. It's just sort of like, it's just interesting to see what happened, but the mill thing doesn't really matter in general. Pilfered Plans, target me, so he hit Crawl Warrior Swamp. Okay. I'm just going to keep the beatdowns coming depending on what he plays here. I'm probably just going to play Slaughterhorn. I'll use Bane Alley Broker to kind of clean up the mess here, but I'm not really in a big hurry on getting it down on the ground. Though that does change it a little, perhaps. No, probably not. I'm going to play my land still. Make sure to leave up Dimir Charm mana in case he plays like a sorcery that we want to counter. Even just to get a creature out of the way if it's something annoying. He doesn't have white mana. He still doesn't have white mana, so that's good. Don't think I care about trading these. Gatekeepers, you say? Yeah, you got it. He gets to take out our Slaughterhorn, but the Gatekeepers themselves sort of nullify the Slaughterhorn anyway, and we've still got our flyers, which is really important. So this is okay. Next turn we get to play Bane Alley Broker and have we get to have Dimir Charm or Abrupt Decay available to us. So that's really nice. Abrupt Decay should be good about keeping the way clear for our flyers. And Dimir Charm, hopefully, it will help with... oh, he's got Warped Physique for 5. Yeah, Dimir Charm doesn't counter that one. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so we got a game here. I'm still playing my land because I want to be able to cast these spells, and also because we need to get to 6 anyway. Bane Alley Broker is so good. Our opponent's saying that he thinks that this card and Gatecreeper Vine both got better in the new format. And I agree. Alright, he hit my own Pilfered Plans, which is kind of a bummer, and a Cluestone, which I don't care about. But hitting my own Pilfered Plans is a disappointment for sure. I'd love to be able to mill him a couple more. Again, he has no pressure right now. Soulsworn Spirit. Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't really have anything great to hit. It just takes like 1 turn off of this clock, and he has no attacks here. So this is good for us. I'm just going to end up Dimir Charming this probably, but I don't think there's a big reason to do it right now. Yeah, let's draw a card. Crisis Incubation. Think that Crisis Incubation is probably worth keeping in my hand. I'll put Abrupt Decay under this because it doesn't hit anything right now. And then I'm just going to play a Fairy Imposter. And replay this guy. This puts us back to 4 power in the air, which is a 3-turn clock against him, and also lets me keep up Dimir Charm for the turn, which is just kind of an insurance plan. I don't really care about this card. I'm not going to kill it. I'll just take 4 from him and not really worry about it. If he wants to move in on Key Rune, we can eventually just kill that. But I think we win this race fairly handily. More worried about him casting some big sorcery or something. Vassal Soul. Alright. Vassal Soul is dying. I probably can wait. Yeah, I can wait. So what I can do here is I can attack for 4, and then I can just leave my my Bane Alley Broker up. It can block Ubulsar Gatekeepers. I can use it to buy back my Abrupt Decay and kill the Key Rune if I feel like that's what I want to do. If I don't, I can just draw a card. Alright, he finally hit white sources of mana here. He's going to play a Cluestone. That's fine. Okay, he's digging. Sure. Take 4, go to 10. Yeah, I think I better just get this card back. still has 4 cards in hand, so I don't want to die to his unblockable guys, and this makes his clock like basically non-existent. There we go. Much better timing. Now let's just hope he doesn't have like Mind Grind. Though that would be funny if he did. Also, we might just kill him. Take it. Okay, let's see what we get back. Whoa, those are pretty good. All right, so this almost makes it impossible for him to win. So we've got a few options available to us here. We can Crisis Incubation in our guy and then just return it to my hand. That makes him lethal. That seems like a fine option because he has to, then he's really under a lot of pressure. We also can just attack with both of our creatures. If he kills one, he kills one, and we don't lose our Crisis Incubation that way. We do not have access to our Transguild Promenade, so we can't just burn him out with Burn. But we can draw a card here if we want. So why don't we do that and see if we can just make sure that we have some type of victory here. Simic Flux Mage. Yeah, that seems like a good one. All right, so I think we just go for the win in the air here. If he doesn't have any removal, then he's just dead anyway. If he does have removal, he's going to have to kill both, or else he's going to be facing lethal twice over again next turn. Got to figure he has something here, though. Oh, maybe not. All right, looks like we have won. Okay, so we'll see you guys in the next round.